Hey, you guys. So I am so excited about this Zoom. You're going to be getting some tips from VIP, and a lot of the people on here, they have promoted. They know what it takes to promote, and they know what it's like to have that diamond promotion. So they know what it takes to get that diamond promotion that so many are headed for this month, that $10,000 bonus or above. Some of you guys may be promoting to something higher than diamond. Some of you guys on here may be promoting to ruby, emerald. There's so many promotions going on. The momentum's insane, and we're excited. The people that have been in this business for a little bit, if you guys have been here for any amount of time whatsoever, you know the momentum is there. It's strong. It's insane. It's amazing. And we're super pumped up as leadership to watch our teams win, you guys. So I'm telling you, one of the very first things, so I'm Jamie Herndon. I am a triple diamond. I promoted to triple diamond in February. So I've not been triple diamond for long, and it's like so exciting. And I want to talk to you guys about something. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. So I joined the business. April 30th will be my 4th year with this business, and I've stuck with it. So I started the business in 1 month, 30 days. I went ruby, which was incredible and awesome. 6 months I went emerald, and then at month 10 I went diamond, and at month 11 I went double diamond. And I stayed at double diamond until recently this year I went triple. Yay! Super exciting and awesome. You guys know the comp plan changed. It changed everything for all of us. And it's incredible. Like, it's insane. If you were a part of the old comp plan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I will tell you, there is a lot of awesome things. There's a lot of awesome tips coming your way for volume, and all those things are coming to you guys. You've got a whole week left in this business. And if you've ever worked the end of the month, you've ever worked the last week of the month, you know what I'm talking about. Insane things happen after the 25th. Like, once the 25th hits, after that, it's like, oh my gosh, my team can bring in the same amount of volume in like 5 days as they can in all months. It's crazy. But I want to tell you one of the biggest tips that I can give you guys. First off, get your mind right. If your mind's not in it and your mind's not there and it's not completely focused this month, you're not promoting. Like, I hate to tell you that, but every single promotion that I've ever had in this business, it all started here. When I decided, you know what, do or die. Like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not taking a shower. I'm not doing laundry. I'm not doing anything without getting this promotion done. That's what it takes. You've got to have it in your mind. If you give yourself an out, you'll wait till next month. You will wait till next month if you give yourself an out. If you say, if I hope Mark extends the bonuses, don't even think like that. Take extending the bonuses off the table. He's not extending bonuses. Start there. He's not extending bonuses. This bonus is mine. I deserve it. I deserve it for my family. I deserve this promotion for my family, for my dreams, for my goals, and it's happening. You guys, I'm telling you, you've got to speak things as though they are. I am diamond. Refer to yourself as diamond if you're not a diamond, or if you're going double, refer to yourself as a double. If you're going triple, refer to yourself as a triple and above. If you're going ruby, emerald, refer to yourself as that, as though they were. I am, post it. When you post it, something really happens here, you guys. When you start saying, I cannot believe I'm literally reaching this goal with my company. I'm so excited. Like, I joined for an extra gas money, and now all of a sudden, boom, I'm getting a $10,000 bonus. I'm getting a $15,000 bonus. Like, this is insane. I'm going to be making $500 a month. What? Like, this is crazy. Post those things and let people know exactly what's going on. You've got to think about this. If it's going to be, it's up to me. So when you look at those 400 BB legs and she's not messaging you back and she's ghosted you and your whole promotion is on the line for that person, you don't think about her. You think about, if it's going to be, it's up to me. It's my job. That 400 legs is mine. This is what I tell my team all the time. Thank God for 400 legs. Because let me tell you something. I can't be another person. I can only sign up once. Otherwise, I'd have signed up like 100 times. I can only sign up and fill my one box. That's all I can do. If you're married, you can sign him up. If you got kids over 18, you can sign them up. There's only so many of a chart you can fill up, okay? Some people signed up and they are in that spot. You cannot be an extra person, but baby, you can be the volume. Let me tell you, you can be the volume. I don't need you to get my 400 BB right there. All I needed was you to sign up. And since you signed up, thank God for your 400 legs. When you start looking at it that way, it will change your mindset. Start thanking God those people signed up. We can spend so much of our energy and get so frustrated on people that aren't doing anything. But if you look at that person and you start saying, oh my word, they're there and they signed up, and I can't sign up and be in that spot, but I can feel that. I can feel that volume. That's something I can do. So when you start looking at them and start being thankful, every single person that signs up on your chart, whether they're responding to you, they're ghosting you, they're messaging you back, or they're pulling their weight, don't think about that part. Start thanking God that box is filled. You know what? If she wouldn't have signed up, she might have wasted her $99 or her $20, or she might have been a kidnapper or whatever else. She's not running her eSuite, and I'm really mad that she's about to be getting a paycheck because she don't deserve it. But if she wouldn't have signed up and been in that spot, I would have had an empty leg right there, and I can't feel that with the person. I can't be another person, but I can be volume. I don't need you to bring in volume. I can do that. So when you start thinking of your charts in that way, it will change your mindset. You cannot waste any energy on negativity. If somebody's messaging you and they're not messaging you back, or they're being down and they're pulling you down, and you can't waste any energy on that, you guys. You have to cut that off, and you have to get your mind right. Here's something I do. I play a song. Play music while you're messaging people. Start speaking things as though they were. I am a mass enroller. I am filling 1,000 BB today. I am signing up 100 BB customers today. Thank you, God, they are coming my way. Start speaking it into existence. They're on their way, and my volume is filled today, and I'm so thankful that it's happening right now as I am messaging. I'm so thankful. Put on something, some music that pumps you up, that gets you excited, that gets you going, nothing distracting, but something that you can listen to in the background that you know has got your mind exactly where it needs to be. So whenever such and such messages you, and it normally would just fire you up and get you down and get you upset, your energy doesn't go there because your mind's right. I don't care what you're doing, sister. Okay, if just being, if I need to fill that volume for you for right now, I'll do that. Next month, I will replace you. We're okay with that. You're on the replacing part. But for this month, girl, you can't do nothing that makes me mad or upsets me. I don't care if you don't message me back. I'm okay with this because I cannot be your spot, but I can feel your volume. So that's where it starts, right there, you guys. But let me tell you, this is a little tip of what this helped me from the time I went Ruby until now. This has helped with every single promotion I've had. And what I do is take the amount of volume that you need. So say you need 3,000 BB left, okay? Take that amount of the volume that you need and divide it by amounts of products. So what I do, so if you need 3,000 BB, you know exactly what you need right now because you're promoting, and if you're promoting, then you know what you need every second. So if you need 3,000 BB, divide it by 60 BB because, that's just 2 products. And you're going to need to sell 50, 60 BB orders. That makes it so much easier. I only need 50. I only need 50 people to help me out and purchase, 2 things. I only need 50 people to purchase a month of coffee. And then I break it down to things. So like a month of coffee, a coffee and greens, coffee and Thermophyte X, a month of collagen and hair, skin, and nails. There's 5 different things that you need. Those are all 60 BV in one order. Now, yes, you want to push for more than that. You want to get somebody that's getting a month of coffee and throw in some Thermophyte and throw in some greens. We want that. But anything extra is more exciting, and it's awesome, and it's incredible. And I love 100 BV orders. But let's be for real. Not all of us get 100 BV orders every single month, okay? So let's do something real. So you need 10 of those things. You broke it down to 5 different things. You only need 10. You start posting and messaging people. Hey, Grandma, I only need 10 more people to try my whatever you want your grandma to try. I only need 10 more people to test my month of coffee. Can I count on you to test this for me? Give me back your referral and your feedback and what it's doing for you and how you feel about it and how much you love it. Like, let me know for 90 days. I only need 10 more people to do that for me. When you get those 10 filled, when you get a spot filled, then you just start going back again. Hey, I only need 8 more people to do this for me. I only need 7 more, 6 more. And then going on social media and telling them, hey, I only have 10 spots of my coffee and greens left. And then going through there, and I'll repost it and update it. Thank you so much, Susie and Betty, for signing up for my coffee and greens combo. I only need 8 more people to try this at my wholesale pricing and let me know what they think about it. Like, you don't want to miss out on this. Posting before and after pictures in there. So keeping that going. So that's 5 different combos, 10 of them each. And that's just if you need 3,000 BV. You might need less than that. You might need 1,000 BV. You may be going Ruby and you need 500 BV. And you're so close to that. And so dividing that up. So it's whatever amount of volume that you need. Divide it up by whatever you want to do. If you want to divide it by 30, if you want to divide it by 60, whatever that you can sell some of. And then just make some combos up and say you need this many people to try this at this many combos. When I divide it up, when I look at 3,000 BV, anybody feel me that like scares you and gives you hives and breaks you out like sweat? Okay, so that's how I am. I'm like scared to death, okay? But whenever I know I only need 50 people to try my keto coffee and greens, like that doesn't scare me. I can find 50 people in 5 days. I can divide that, I can divide that up and divide it up by my products, and I can let people know what all I need. So that, if I break it down and I have a plan that way, I know exactly what I need where, and I'm fine. But if I look at the bigger picture, it really scares me to death. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this. But hey, I can do, I've got this amount of days, say in 5 days, and I only need 50 people. And if I can get 10 people a day, that doesn't scare me as bad. So hopefully those tips help you guys. Thank y'all so much for hopping on here. And then we will get to our other ones. So Amanda, are you on here? I seen her posting. Yeah, 40,000. Save your girl. Hey, Amanda. Okay, I'm going to mute and you go, girl. Give us some tips.
Oh, God, what do I have for you tonight? Y'all, I'm so dramatic, so bear with me. So my story's kind of like Jamie's a little bit. I went triple back in February. I joined back in 2015, so just a few months after Jamie, actually. I went Ruby in 60 days, Emerald. I sat there for a little bit. I went Emerald in 8 months, Diamond in 9. It took me another year to go double, and then I sat there for 2 years, which, I mean, if you're double, you know that that's not a bad pay if you maintain it and you're an enroller. It's a great place to be. We were very blessed with that. And then I just went triple, which is just, y'all, it's awesome. It's awesome. But for some reason, Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, you hit triple and you're like, I want to go press. You're just like, I don't want to sit here. I don't know what it is with that rank, with this rank.
It's something about it is like, I can't be here long. Like, I got to go.
I know, it's like it's with this momentum. I think you guys, it's the momentum that we have right now in the business that makes you just want to keep shooting up, because opportunities like this, they do come around. But I mean, it's been 5 or 6 years since momentum like this has been within it work. So it's really exciting. Oh, Jocelyn, you need to check your messages. I messaged you. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm doing contests for my team to bring in some volume. So one of the things that I love jewelry. I'm obsessed, and I have a lot of young girls on my team. Y'all, look at these earrings. Aren't they bomb? Don't you want some? Somebody say yes, because they're so cute. So I'm doing a 100 BV contest right now. Every time you sign 100 BV, you're going to get a pair of earrings or a gift card or something like that from me. And I sent out about 15 today, which is great. We just started that at I think we just started it. What day is today? Thursday? We started Monday. So we're doing great. Yes, Allison, I sent yours. So for every 100, they get a prize from me. And another thing that I do, and as a leader, you've got to know your chart. But then you have to seep through your downline, because you might be raising up some leaders that you don't even know, because your organization could be so large. So I'm digging into my charts and going, oh my gosh, this girl is 200 from Ruby. Does she even know? And so one of the things that I really like to do is reach out to some people that I didn't enroll myself and say, girl, did you know that you were this close? And y'all, some people don't know, because they don't know how to chart yet. And I think as leaders, I mean, when you're at Ruby and Emerald, you know everybody that's in your chart, or maybe you don't. You might go Emerald and have 50 people in your organization. I mean, we just never know, because you could enroll a lot of people. But dig through that chart. Find out where that volume is coming from, because for me, I don't want to pull dead people, because there are going to be people that come into your organization that want to go with you, but whoever enrolled them may not be guiding them. So you might find a diamond literally in the rough that's buried in your organization, and that could be somebody that you really need to work with. Another thing that I'm doing is I've got 40,000 in volumes that I need for press. So, we're doing all the things. But what we're doing is I'm reaching out to some LCs and just saying, I'm going for a promotion this month. Would you be willing to place an extra order? But maybe there's somebody that did not even order. Maybe they've fallen off. I probably sent about 400 texts in the last couple of weeks asking, and some did, some didn't, some never saw my post or saw my text. So, and I think Amanda was talking about that on our VIP page, and that's something that she did. But I think that we have to start getting creative. What drives your team? Maybe do some polls. Because let's be honest, if you're Ruby, I never did a lot of giveaways for my team when I was a Ruby, because I was PO. I couldn't afford the O or the R on the other end of the word, so my husband says. So we had to do things like a free product or offer a one-on-one or something like that. But that's something that you can offer for your team as incentives to pull that volume in, but see what entices them. I've done polls on my team page before, so that, because some people, let's be honest, some people don't care about the money, which I'm like, then why are you in It Works? Because I'm so red. I am that red. But sometimes it's a purse, it's a wrap, it's a pair of earrings. Like the earrings are going crazy on my team. Sometimes it's a one-on-one call. Sometimes it's a coffee gift card. I mean, you never know what's going to drive your team. So I think, honestly, asking them more. And then the last thing that I want to say is, I feel like and this is my team personally, and I know a lot of you guys are on, I love you so much, you know that. I'm having to slow down to speed up. And what I mean by that is there's so much going on in the lives of your distributors, and I want to make sure I know what's going on, because I have some people that are fire 24/7 and they haven't shown up this month. So what does that tell me? Something's going on. So I've had to slow down a little bit and ask my team how they're doing. It's going to maybe require a whole lot more one-on-ones to maybe recast a vision for your team. But those are the things that I've started doing, because we have to be a vision caster. Whoever, even if you're a Ruby, are you a Ruby that knows where she's going? Are you a distributor that hasn't even promoted yet, but you know where you're going, you know what you want in this business? So you have to cast that vision for your team. And sometimes you have to do it on a one-on-one basis, so that somebody, they may not want to get real and raw on a Zoom in front of, dang, 235 people. Awesome. I look great. But they may not want to do that, but they're going to really connect with you one-on-one. I did this back in December. I had 25 meetings in one day with 25 of my distributors. Y'all, I was exhausted and I had no voice at the end of the day. But do you know that it gave me a one-on-one connection with girls that I didn't even enroll, but they've promoted in this business, and they've promoted to executive and Ruby and Emerald and Diamond and Double, and it's been incredible. So sometimes if you're like me and you have 40,000 to go, you might just need to slow down to speed up. But even if you are 1,000 away, 500, 2,000, whatever it is, 3,000, y'all can do it. But maybe you take a couple of hours and you get with those people. You get with the 3 people you're going Ruby with and ask them and cast that vision for them. Because right after, and celebrate their wins. Celebrate those wins of becoming a 400 or 500 box. But cast that next vision for them on what Executive's going to do and what Ruby's going to do. And maybe you've got to connect it to what it did for you when you were going there. Because for me, it was diapers on my children's butts instead of me having a garage sale to pay for diapers because we couldn't afford them. So cast a vision for your team, and then regroup and go from there. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, if that makes any sense.
Perfect. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Amanda. And Kaylee, are you on here?
Yes, hello.
Yay, hey.
I don't know very many faces on here, but my name is Kaylee. I joined the business June of 2017, so I'm almost at 2 years. I as well went Ruby in my first month, and my story is kind of long, so I'll make it short, but I went Ruby in my first month, and then I got married. I went on a honeymoon, and I sat there, and I got comfortable at Ruby, and I stopped working. So, of course, if you stop working, you lose rank. So I lost rank and sat at executive. I sat at executive from like September all the way up until conference in February. And then, of course, they announced all the big bonuses. So I kind of took that and ran with it. I went Emerald 2 months after conference, promoted again, went Diamond, promoted again, went Double, and my husband went Diamond. When I went Double, it was the hardest month of my life. I was like suffering from severe insomnia. I slept like 9 hours in 10 days, and I was a hot mess. And I just want to tell you guys really quickly, I just remember my upline coming to me, and she's like, this is your month to go Diamond. Like, are you ready to go Diamond? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And she would call me like 2 weeks later and be like, why the freak did you tell me you were ready and you're not ready? Like, stop telling me what I want to hear. If you're not ready mentally and everything, like, don't tell me you're ready. So I was like, okay, snapping out of it. I signed my first customer like the 12th of the month. And I got my Ambien, and I was sleeping, and I was good and recovered. And anyways, I ended up bringing in like 600 volume on my own within the last like 2 or 3 hours of the day. And then I sat at Double Diamond that month and promoted to Triple Diamond in February. And my husband went double. So that's just kind of our little gist of the story. But I mean, promotion month is beyond stressful. Like it's so many emotions going, at the same time. You're excited, you're nervous, you don't know what's going on. It's a roller coaster because 1 minute you sign 20 little customers, and then 5 minutes later, you can't get a yes to save your life. So it's so hard to say because different things work for different people, obviously. But I don't even things have been coming to me. But I think that you guys, some of the biggest tips are constantly having your chart in front of you and knowing your volume, because if you sign somebody, you know where to place it, and keeping that updated every single day. Also keeping your downline, if you have a big downline or if you even have, a smaller team, make sure that you're sending them the pictures of their updated chart as well. And I think that we are all, at least I was really afraid to ask my friends and family for help and support, especially when I first got started. So I asked them, I went and messaged 500 people when I went, I think it was double, and just asked them hey, I'm going for a big promotion, I would love your support. And just asking all my friends from high school and my messages rather than social media, and just asking your friends and family. And also upselling. I was terrified to ask people to spend more than I put in my head that they could afford. And that killed me. And it's killed me up until, probably these last 2 months. So upselling is huge. Don't be afraid to ask people to, you can start big and then you can weed things out. And so starting big and helping them, if you tell somebody, the way that you word it too is key. I know Cheyenne Knox has some incredible videos of wording. So make sure you go look at those words and how she kind of words it to seal the deal. But yeah, you guys, upselling is huge. Just making sure that you, they've all said, is making sure that you have your number written out. So I need 2 triple threats and then I'm Ruby, or something like that is crucial. And helping your team and your downline realize that upselling is a thing. You can sign 10 customers at 50 volume, or you can sign, 3 customers at 150 volume. And so just kind of figuring out a way that they realize and understand differently. But yeah, I just have those quick little tips. And one more thing that I've had to learn, and so I think that, maybe somebody else can hear it, is being in communication, with your spouse, especially during promotion month. And I know, I personally have had to be I'm going for a promotion, I'm going to be on my phone and just, I'll see you the first of the month. And I think that communication is huge. As well as, sorry, I had to look at my note because I couldn't think of it. And especially taking time for yourself. So promotion month is huge and exhausting, but you have to make sure that you are taking an hour or 2 just to, go watch a movie with your husband, or go out to dinner and leave your phone in the car, so that you do not go insane and you don't exhaust yourself, because it's promotion month. So we all do. So just make sure that you take that time right before, maybe it's 2 hours before you go to bed, go watch a movie with your husband, and don't look at your phone until the morning. And then you wake up, refresh, and grind. I know that for me, I would want to pour into my team one day, and I was so fired up and pouring into them. And then the next day I'm I am exhausted. I just poured into you. And so just really taking that time to focus on you and, just decompress and know that, tomorrow you're going to get up earlier, set that alarm and grind it out way harder than you did the day before.
So true. I love that. I always think of, you cannot pour from an empty cup. I know when I'm empty, and I know, we all do. We know whenever we are fired up and we're ready and we have something out there to give. And then we know whenever we're I have to fill me up so that I can pour from my cup. So promotion month is no no exception, you guys. You've got to make sure that you're taking time for yourself. You're doing things for yourself as well. So that is so, so true. Thank you so much for those tips, Kaylee. Kelly, are you on here?
I am.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited about this call. So really quickly, I am Kelly Dahl. I'm from Olathe, Kansas, which is just on the other side of like Kansas, Missouri border. And I joined the business in 2016, February of 2016. So I just hit my 3-year anniversary. And real quick, I promoted to Ruby in 60 days, Diamond in 6 months, Double Diamond in about a year, and sat there for 2 years. Sound familiar? Had a lot of life happen. A lot of life. And I was working full-time as a nurse when I started this business. So I know that there's a lot of different people in a lot of different places in their company, in their business with our company. And so if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, there's not enough time in the day, like I promise you, I was there, I was working full-time, I was getting my master's degree, I had a 5-month-old, and I was doing this business. So I promise no matter where you are, there is time for this business. It's just working around your crazy life and finding the time. So it is the end of the month and we are pumped up for promotions. I went triple in January of this year. My husband went double in January of this year. And then we promoted my husband's account to triple last month. So we are pushing really hard for presidential, but we are 35K away, which feels like a lifetime away, but we are pushing like no tomorrow. So I was thinking back to my promotion to triple, because my promotion of my husband's account last month was so much more seamless than my promotion to triple. And I think because it was my promotion to triple, whereas my husband's promotion, I was more focused on everyone else that was promoting, that I know it sounds like people are like, really, it just happened, but like, it just kind of did, because I was helping everyone on my team promote and I was focused on new diamonds and new girls going double. And then I realized, oh my gosh, my husband's going to go triple. So that's truly how it happened last month. So I went back and was thinking about triple for me in January and where I was at and what I was doing. So keyword searching. I actually have to give credit to Katie Wycam for this, because this is a tip she gave me in January. But in Messenger, right, we message people all day long, every day. And depending on how long you've been doing this business, you could have been messaging people for years at this point, right? So keyword searching was huge for me at the end of the month in January. I brought in a lot of volume. My team and I brought in like over 8,000 in volume in like the last 4 days. So like we brought in a ton of volume at the end of the month, and keyword searching was huge for me. So I'm actually going to share the message that I sent in January, because I actually was thinking this would be a really good message to send for all of you to send to anyone that's ever left you on red. So I'm saying like anyone that you've talked to about host posting, any kind of product, like this is a great message about ThermoFite X that you can take, you'll get a lot of response from, and then take their interest and grow it from there, just like we talked about upselling and that sort of a thing. But especially now that ThermoFite X isn't on back order, it's like a very great time for you to be sending this message. So I'm going to copy and paste that in the comments. But what I literally did with this was I would keyword search in my phone in Messenger. And if you guys don't know this, you can do this with anything. You go to Messenger, type in coffee. And then when you type in someone's name, or if you type in coffee, it'll say search in messages. And any message that you've talked about coffee in is going to pop up. Scroll back I scrolled back like a year. Anyone that I had ever talked to about losing weight, coffee, fat fighters, it didn't matter. Like you can keyword search so many things. Think about weight loss, think about coffee, think about fat fighters, ThermoFite, greens. You can message them this message about ThermoFite X, okay? It's like and it's such a great introduction, and it talks about how cheap ThermoFite X is. So that was huge for me. So I will send that message here shortly after I give you guys a few more tips. Casting vision for your team. This was such a big takeaway. If you guys didn't watch the Show Me the Money call on Monday night, it was incredible. You as a leader, I don't care if you're a ruby. I don't care if you're a diamond. I don't care if you're a presidential, an ambassador. Like, you have to be able to cast vision for others. You have to show people that you have vision for their future business and that you believe in them. And so showing them and knowing exactly why they're doing this and where they're going is really, really important as a leader, because a lot of people, when I started, going ruby was my primary goal, because that was going to help us pay down debt. And that, in my head, that's what I told myself in my head I was starting this business for, to pay down debt. In reality, I started this business because I wanted to be home with my son, okay, and all of our future children. And that's what I get to do now every single day because of this business. So remember to cast vision for others and know what their why is, and dig deep into that with your teammates so that you know, like, that's a very personal and important thing. Okay. Host to Post. I haven't heard anyone talk about Host to Post yet. I'm sure you all know what Host to Post is. You guys, Host to Post is what took me to triple. Like, hands down. There's nothing else that I was doing that brought in more volume than Host to Post. It's a great way to grow your network. It's a great way to message new people every single day and get new people in your inbox. People want what we have. You have to offer it to them. And by you having other people put posts up, I message anyone and everyone on my friends list about putting up a Host to Post. And I will also give you guys, here's my, when I'm doing a Host to Post promotion request, this is the message I send. I just put it in the chat. When you tell people you're pushing for promotion, it kind of goes along with posting about it. They're much more inclined to, like, be willing to say yes, right? They're like, oh, she's going for a promotion. I want to help her. I'm not even offering to give them anything in this. I'm not even giving away. I'm just asking for a favor. And so many people say yes to this message. Okay. Message about TFX. I'm going to send you guys in a second. I don't know where I heard this saying, but I will end with this. Work like it depends on you and pray like it depends on God. This business is something that I never, ever, like, you guys, 3 years ago, I swore I would never do anything like this. Like, swore I was not going to be that girl, because I was a nurse, I was well educated, and I thought I knew better. I had a career, I had it all going on, right? But we were in debt. And I am someone who grew up going to church and doing all of the things, but my relationship with God was very distant. This business and this company has brought me closer to God. And I am so, so incredibly grateful for that. And you have to know that God is behind all of this, and He's going to bring you through each promotion, each goal, each scary moment. Like, He is there and He is carrying you through. So you work like it depends on you, and you pray like it depends on God. Okay. And I can't remember, those are not my words. Those are words that I love and that I share as much as I can. So don't give me credit on that, because I really don't know who said that. So I'm going to copy and paste that message that I sent about the Thermofite X here in the chat. And Jamie, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Thanks for organizing this, girl.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Yes. Oh, so good. So good. So good. Thank you so much for those tips. Dana, are you on here? Yes.
I'm here.
There you are. Hey, girl, bring the boom.
Sorry, I'm all sweaty from baseball. It's South Texas. It's like 90 degrees out here. So, hello everyone. I'm Dana Bodero. I have been in this business probably longer than anybody on here. I started in September of 2012. So it's been a while. And I'll be honest, when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know what a wrap looked like, or I didn't know anything about products. I didn't know what I was selling. I didn't know what I was doing. Somebody just said, hey, you should try this thing. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And jumped in. And so in fact, my husband was like, what are you doing? And I said, I started a new business, but, and he was like, well, how much did that cost? And I said, oh, nothing, it was free. But like, that's how broke we were. And so I just kind of had to make it work. because, well, one, I told him it was free, and I was like, I've got to do something with this to prove to him that I can do something. We have 5 kids, and we lived in a new town. I had no friends here, and things were tough. And so I started this. I just wanted to make enough money to pay my cell phone bill. Really, that was it. And within 11 months, I was triple diamond. And thinking back, I'm like, I don't even know what I did to get there. I just it was like insane. I knew what I had to do. I knew what I wanted. I saw those numbers on that chart, and I was like, I want that. That's what I want. And so I just went for it. And nobody could tell me anything. Like, my upline was like, oh, great, you're 2 boxes from Emerald. And I was like, sweet, I'm going to go sign people. And I went out and I signed 2 customers. I'm like, all right, did I do it? And she was like, no, like boxes, like and I was like, I don't know what that means. Just tell me what to do and I'm going to go do it. And so it took a little time to rein me in and teach me all this stuff. But I would just encourage you guys, just throw off everything. All the fear, all the negativity, all of the stuff that people are telling you can't do. It's not going to work. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to do anything. The products don't work. Just block all of that stuff out and do what you know you can do. Do what you know. You're using these products. I'm assuming if you're on the Zoom, you've used products. You know they work. There's something you love. You're going to keep using them. So just do that. Just ignore all those negative people, because we all have them. You're not special if you have negative people in your life. I'm sorry. We've all got them. So you don't get to corner the market on negative people. If you have more than most, then maybe you need a new circle of people. But you just have to just let all that stuff go and find the people that are encouraging to you, your team, your upline, your sidelines, whoever that may be. And you just lock arms with them and don't let them go, because they're going to be the people that keep you going. I know host to post was mentioned, but that is so being in this business for 6 years, I really had to relearn a lot of things. We didn't have, Instagram was there, but it wasn't like this big platform like it is now. You didn't have stories, you didn't have all these things. And I'll be honest, I'm 42. I'm trying to keep up with all these young people that are doing Snapchat and all these. And my daughter's like, Mom, Facebook is so old. And I'm like, well, I'm old. I use Facebook. I don't know what to tell you. So I was running in all these different directions, trying to keep up with all these different people. So-and-so is doing, lives, and I got to do that. And so-and-so is doing this, and I got to do that. Just what Pam says, stay in your lane. If what you're doing is working, just do that. Learn new things along the way and incorporate new things, but do what works for you. A lot of that stuff didn't work for me because I am not that person. I'm not Cheyenne Knox. I'm not 20, I want to be her. She's super cute, but I'm just not. So I have to do what is working for me, what has worked for me for 6 years. Host to post. So that's what I was mentioning. It opens up this whole world of people that you wouldn't normally have contact with. So the message that was posted earlier from Kelly, use that. Message your friends. They want to see you be successful. They want to help out, even if they can't order something or they don't want to order something. Most of them will be like, sure, I don't mind. Utilize that. Because if each one of your friends has 300 friends or even 100 friends, you're getting yourself in front of all of them. If someone comments or likes on it, you friend request them, send them a message. If they're commenting, it means they're interested, right? Because you're giving them a post that says comment if you're interested. And so use that. Someone else mentioned knowing what you need. I have carried with me, and my team knows, and sometimes they make fun of me, but I have this like 5-subject notebook and I carry it everywhere with me. And I've cut down to this little one now because we only need 3 legs. And so it's a little different. I didn't need 5 ginormous legs of people. So you guys enjoy this new charting. It's amazing. But I know exactly what I need and where I need it. And I keep track of my daily volume. Each leg, what volume they have. You have to know what you need. Otherwise you don't know where you're going. Like you're just running blind. You don't know what you're doing. And you could be so close, but you haven't put the volume where it needs to be. And the other thing that I wanted to mention, find the leaders that are doing stuff that's close to kind of your life and what works for you, and follow them. Copy the right cat is what I'm gonna say. And that's really all I have. I don't want to talk too much because I know we got a lot of people. But those are the couple of things that just if you just put yourself out there and ignore the negativity, you're going to be great. Sorry.
Yes. So good. And so true. Thank you so much, Dana. And I love that you mentioned your age and that you mentioned, staying in your lane. That is so important, you guys. You've got to, and we all do that. We're on social media, we're looking at her and she's doing this, and oh my gosh, if I'm not doing that, like I'm not going to go ambassador because that's what she's doing. That might not be what it takes to get you there. You have to stay in your lane, do what works for you. We all do that. I'm so guilty of that, but that was so good. Hannah, are you on here? Hannah, if you're on here, unmute yourself. I don't know. If you're on here, if she hops on here, we'll go back to her. Lauren. Hey, Lauren. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hey, girl, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to be on here and learning from you guys. And I loved that you talked about comparing and staying in your own lane. So mad props to that. I think every single one of us need to hear that. And even tonight, as you guys hear different stories and different hearts share, it's going to be really hard not to say, okay, I'm going to take all of it and implement all of it. Take notes of all that you're hearing, but align that with what you are good at and what you're already doing. If someone tells you tonight how they enroll $10,000 on Instagram, but you don't have an Instagram, don't go start Instagram tonight. Like, don't do that. So I loved her advice, and I've been guilty of that so many times. So I think that my advice is going to be a little bit different to you guys, because as much as I want to give you like a tangible activity of something that you can go do and enroll volume right now, I also want to talk to you just a little bit about belief, and not even belief in yourself. I just shared this on my team earlier, actually, but I want to talk to you about belief in your team. So last month, I missed presidential by $10,000, and on the 25th, we were at $63,000 as of last month. So wherever, so I heard some of you guys say that you need 30,000 or 40,000 right now. First, like, can we get an amen that we even got to 90K? Like, that was God. So you just need to know that it's possible. But in reflection, it was a really hard pill for me to swallow, because I couldn't put my finger on like where we missed it or where it was at. I felt like my head was so strong, and that I was so focused, and I had all this belief, and then I left everything on the table. It wasn't until really today I was reflecting on a conversation that I had with an ambassador. Because how many of you guys, when we have, and I saw all day today in the presidential chat, but when we have these insane goals, even if we believe them like in our mind, we want someone else to say with us, and it can be detrimental to unfortunately, can you hear me now? Am I good? Am I frozen now? I'm going to move my laptop. Can you hear me now? Better?
Yes,
That's weird.
I can hear you now.
Sorry. Okay, so I don't
That's
know
good.
what of that you guys missed, but in a nutshell, I was saying someone I really believed in that I needed a thumbs up from planted a seed of doubt in my heart. But I empowered them to do so. So first, as bold as you want to be with your, declarations and goals, be really careful who you're empowering to give or take away your belief. Okay. So that being said, an ambassador that I really look up to planted the seed of doubt in my heart. But at the end of the conversation, she said, Lauren, don't underestimate your team. And I was like, what are you talking about? My team is like rock stars. I tell them that they're rock stars. I'm so like unworthy. I'm so amazed. I would do anything for my team. I love them so hard. I mean, I'm by no means, a perfect leader, but I didn't even know what she meant by that. And it kind of hung over my head. And it wasn't until today, on the 25th, after our sales ran, and I like stepped out to take a walk. Did anyone else like not look until 2 o'clock? I was scared. I was like, I'm just not even gonna mess with myself. But I stepped out, and I knew that the fear was on my heart, and I hadn't said it out loud, that you guys, with the new charts, we have team members that even when they push for promotions and achieve them, additional volume has to be met, right? And in the past, when your diamond went diamond, when your double diamond went double diamond, when your emerald went emerald, everybody won. But now, with the new charts and the new minimum volume, there was this underlying fear that I didn't even know was there, that they were going to push and achieve their promotions, and then there wouldn't be enough. And guess what happened? Almost down to the dollar. They all promoted, every one of them, and then there wasn't enough. And what I learned in that was first that even those deep, dark fears that are in your heart, that you don't even say out loud, that they're real. And them coming and playing over and over again in your head, even if you're choosing not to say them out loud, like, in The Secret, they say like not even to put that energy into the universe. You cultivate your thoughts. And I think someone just said that Jocelyn said that. And Denise Walsh shared this before when she was trending for Black Diamond, and she kept saying, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be funny if we like barely missed it? Wouldn't it be funny if, and then they did. She almost kind of cultivated that for themselves. So even though I had all these signs up in our house, I had like the charts, we had daily contests, we had all this going on, me trying to push down this fear, this insecurity that my team wouldn't show up happened. And it wasn't that they didn't show up. I had nothing to do with that. What it had to do with was me not planning and strategizing and coaching and leading and casting enough vision correctly and layered leadership correctly. Like, we were so laser focused on those pillared legs that needed to promote, instead of focusing on those pillar legs and the legs under them and the legs on the outside, because we got into this kind of tunnel vision of, okay, these three legs, because that's kind of the way our church used to be, right? So anyway, I learned a lot. In missing that promotion. And as painful as it was, this month has felt so different. And you guys, I am a better person. This is the first month ever that we're going to promote that, like, I showered regularly. We didn't eat fast food all the time. We continued to walk our dog. We still ate dinner with our daughter every night because last month I felt like I ate like junk. I slept like junk. I kind of threw everything out the window and I was like, oh my gosh, I did all of this and we didn't hit the promotion and we didn't take care of life. And I think God was teaching me, number one, don't underestimate my team. Like, love them hard. Cami always says, what does she say? Under promise and over deliver. What we learned in that is that we needed a bigger stretch goal. We kept talking about 100K. And really what the goal should have been was 110K or 115K, that we should have overestimated. And instead of saying, okay, you know, a triple diamond and a double and another diamond or whatever, we should have been saying 10 diamonds, 3 triple diamonds, 4 double diamonds. We should have overestimated. And also what we learned in that to coach our teams in our chats is, okay, instead of, you know, focusing on just plugging in volume in all these boxes, focus on building to your next rank or promotion. And that's where all your extra volume is going to come from. That's where it's going to rise to the top. 500 boxes are a cool thing. We did the 500 box contest last month. It was great to a point, but we're setting up for success in the longevity when we say, okay, you're running for double right now. You're going to get all those people to their 400 box. Cream's going to rise to the top. In the meantime, let's chart you for triple. And that's where you're going to continue to see them bring newness into their teams. And you're going to see that additional volume come in, and it's going to set them up for success to balance too, and they're going to be able to maintain rank for their future. So that was what we learned from missing our promotion. I know that was a lot in regards to an actual tangible thing that you can walk away from tonight. It would be just over communicating with your team. Like there's no such thing as talking to them too much and loving on them, encouraging them. I think it's super important sometimes to breathe before sending them an update on their chart or asking about their enrollments and say, how's your day and how are you? Those were tough lessons that I learned in the journey to get here, that they're people first and that we have to love them first, and then we're able to lead them. But I hope that helps. I know that wasn't a lot, but I hope that it'll expand your vision for your team, and that you'll continue to lead and coach them and just cast really big vision for them, because if they win, everybody wins.
So good. And you guys, whenever you're hearing people talk about team and you're hearing her talking about all this stuff about a team and you're thinking, I'm just going Ruby, I have 3 people underneath me. It's not really just a whole lot. Let me tell you, the person that went double for me to go triple joined me when I was a Ruby.
Those 3 people matter. Yeah.
We had the same vision. So what she was saying is so true. Whenever you find somebody that you can love on and you're like, oh my gosh, like we have the same goals, we're going to go together. Like it makes the biggest difference. So it doesn't matter where you are and what your structure is. Find out who that person is that has the same vision, same goals, same dreams as you do. And they don't have to be the same, but they need to be, you both need to have goals, visions, and dreams, and take off and run together, because it's so important. Thank you so much for that. Desiree, are you on here? Unmute yourself if you are.
Hi, ladies. I guess.
Hey, girl. Okay, go.
Hi. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? You know, my office is a little funny. So I was sitting here listening to the stories, and I just celebrated my 5-year anniversary on April 23rd, and it was so exciting for me, because last month I feel like I can truly, some of my team is laughing and texting me, which kind of distracted me. Lauren, your story was almost my story to a T. Like, we finished at 65,000 on the 25th. We finished at 93,000 at midnight on the 31st. And I remember telling one of them, like, if we get within 10,000, I'm going to finish it. But I think all month I kept thinking, what if we don't? What if we don't? Or what if one goes triple, one goes double, one goes diamond, and then there's not enough volume left for me? I thought that, I said that, and guess what? One went triple, my husband went double, another went double, and another went diamond. We had more than what we needed, like on the old press chart. We finally did it. but then we had the 93,000 in volume. And so I was listening to your story like, oh gosh, okay, she's speaking right to my heart. And so I watched the video last month, and I've been making this board all month long, right? I love it, Lauren. We're twins here. I've been making this board, and I wanted to share with you guys, you all know what to do. Everyone knows that we're supposed to do our host to post, and we're supposed to message and post and sharing your stories and call your declines and talk to your team. But what's stopping you is why. This business, typically before I do a big promotion, I watch The Pursuit of Happiness, because if you've ever seen that movie, that movie is what makes me great in this business. Will Smith had to carry around this printer, and his wife left him. He got put out of his house. He was homeless, sleeping in a car, until he could get somebody to purchase this printer. And I remember thinking, before I went double diamond, I went diamond in a year, double diamond 5 months after that, triple diamond 6 months after that. In my first 2 years, we had earned $82,000 in bonuses. I went from making $2,000 a month to $11,000. Like, everything that I knew about life changed. And guess what? Everything on my dream board was accomplished. I was out of debt. I had bought a house. I bought a car. I had my daughter. I quit my job. Everything that I was running for, I got. And I went triple diamond in 2016, and I have not promoted yet. The reason why, I stopped putting things on the dream board. I stopped going for more. I got comfortable. I mean, guys, come on. The average salary is like $50,000 where I live, okay? We're making that by March, right? So it's easy to just be like, oh, okay, this is comfortable. And so what happened to me that I'm so, okay, I don't want to say I'm glad it happened, because I'm not glad that it happened. But I'm going to show you guys something. You can see it. This is my daughter. If you can see that, she was bit in the face by a pit bull 2 days before Christmas. And because I quit my job and my husband had retired from his full-time job, we didn't have insurance. Well, we had the Liberty Health home insurance. It doesn't cover cosmetic things, which they called her surgery, which meant we were facing about $17,000 worth of debt all of a sudden that we had to pay for surgery. And that quickly, from December to March, we're flirting with Presidential Diamond. What I realized with Pursuit of Happiness and this business, if you don't have a strong why, see, I had to tell myself there is no May 1st. If you're going, that's what it means when top earners are saying, one day you just decide it's happening. You take May 1st off the table. If somebody tells you that they're ordering in May 1st, that's going to replace, or that's going to add to your next run. But you're getting it done in the month of April, because if you don't, you can't pay for that surgery. You don't buy that house. You can't quit that job. You can't have that baby. Whatever you're trying to birth, you have to really get in touch with why you're doing this. If $500 a month doesn't move you to make the sacrifice, to stay up a little later, to get up a little earlier, you need to change your goal, because me chasing Presidential Diamond when things were comfortable, it didn't make me wake up early when I'm a stay-at-home mom. When my baby wanted to nurse at night, I'd nurse her, and then I'd see my team at 12, 1 o'clock. Because it didn't do anything for me. Money doesn't always move people. It's the purpose of why they're here. Your team that signed up with their $99 to join you, it's not the $99 that are stopping people from doing this business. It's not the $20 or the $10. It's the vision. They don't see what this business can do. I showed my team last night on a call. I hope it's right here. Bills paid in full for baby girl surgery. Okay? Paid in full. Both me and my husband work from home, right? So only it works. Look at her face. See, that's why when you told me no, I didn't care. When a distributor stopped, I didn't care. That's why when people signed up for the boxes, I was like, praise God. Whoever was talking about, I'm glad I have the box now. Oh, I can find the 400 BV because I'm going to pay for that surgery. So as long as I'm boxed in for Prez, I'm going. And so if something is stopping you right now, what's stopping you is you don't have the true vision. You don't have the real why. I can't tell you how many hosts are supposed to do because it doesn't matter. What matters is if you talk to 50 people and they don't respond, you talk to 50 more. If you talk to 10 and they do respond, you talk to 10 more. You keep elevating. You keep raising the bar. Y'all know what to do because if you're sitting on this Zoom, you've sat on a Zoom before this one. You're on a team page and they've told you the scripts. You've seen great results. Most of y'all probably even got the bomb before and after results. So you know the products work. You've made your first paycheck. You've gotten a fast start or you know somebody who has. You know it works. Change your vision and why you're doing this. Right now, it is, like I said, my team right now, we're sitting at 75,000. Desiree Howard, remember the name. We're going Prez in April. 25,000 to go. Because no matter what, my baby will never be laying in the hospital and I have to call on a GoFundMe, anybody to help me. Oh, I wanted to show y'all that one too. Let me show you that one. Police station, they set up a GoFundMe because it was a stray dog. A stray dog. All these people, we love you. We're going to do. The GoFundMe raised $3,795. As you guys know, that's probably like a cab run in our business. Now, I'm grateful for the $3,700. I'm grateful for it. But if you're sitting back waiting on somebody to save you when you got the total opportunity to save yourself, you're blowing your opportunity. If I would have sat back waiting on GoFundMe, my innocent baby girl who's counting on me, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. So what I want to say to you is find your pursuit of happiness and be relentless. There is no May 1st. Be relentless because he's offering you this diamond bonus. And I watched the video for a girl that went diamond in 9 days after she joined the business. Most of us have been in 9 months already. We know what to do. She didn't even know what to do. And in 9 days, she went diamond because she didn't think about it. She just did the work. So the next time somebody tells you what to do, just do it over and over and over and over again until you get what you came for. Because if you came for this business for anything more than $1 and you haven't made what you came here for, why you sleep? That's all.
Oh, chills. Oh my gosh, so good. Yes. Why are you sleeping? And there is no May 1st. Oh, that's my new phrase right there. I love it. Oh my gosh, so good, Desiree. Thank you so much. Showing those pictures and everything. That was so good. Like, oh, I can't even say enough good about that. Marcella, are you on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Hi,
girl. Give us some tips.
Okay, so let me be quick. I love what Desiree just shared. I'm like, wow, I'm like so moved right now. My story, I've been in the business for 3 years. My background is in HR. I used to be an HR manager. When I joined, I knew I was going to retire. Like, I didn't join for the 500, none of that. Like, I'm very red. I wanted to make $10,000 a month. That was my goal. That was always been my goal. I wanted to quit my job and to be able to work from home. I wanted to become a mom and be able to be at home. My mom was a single mom, and she was always working, and then she passed away when I was 12. So I never really saw her, so I like promised myself that I wasn't going to repeat that pattern when I became a mom. Now, we went through a lot of infertility stuff. We had to do IVF twice. And thanks to this business, we were able to pay $40,000 in medical treatments to do our IVF. So this business has changed our life. Now, after the 2 IVF, I got pregnant naturally. That was a miracle from God. And now I'm 5 months pregnant, and I'm going to have my baby, and I'm going to be able to be home. So right now, I'm fighting hard. My new why is to bring my husband home. Like, yes, life is pretty great. Like, I'm home, I can travel. But I feel that, like if God gives you a vision, if he gives you a little desire in your heart, and sometimes you might think that's too big. I never seen anybody in my family do it. Like I'm from Ecuador. My family was poor. You know, I came here as an immigrant. I never seen anybody in my family being retired. Like, nevertheless, their husbands being retired. I never seen that. But I feel like if God gives you He gives you in your heart like a vision, then you have to go with that, because that comes directly from God. So like, that is my why. My why is to bring my husband home. My husband works in a restaurant, so he works 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. So I don't want to raise this baby on my own. Like, that is my new reason why. So kind of like what they were sharing, what Desiree was saying before, you need to have like a strong reason why. You need to know what that why is. Like, there's nothing so big. I recently just went triple diamond. In 1 year, I went from last year in April, I was a diamond, and this month I'm going presidential. So in 1 year, I've gone from being diamond, promoting my husband to diamond, to being double, to being triple, promoting my husband to double, and now going presidential. And a lot of people ask me just what changed, like what changed for you? And it was just my mindset. Like, everybody, I know a lot of you guys probably say, yeah, mindset, okay, yeah, whatever, yeah, everybody talks about mindset. But it just something switched for me. I just decided, like, if there's other people, obviously I'm Spanish, right? And like, I see a lot of the Spanish girls that are growing right now. Like, there's a big Latino movement right now. I see a lot of them, you know, hitting these big ranks. And that for me was life-changing. That totally changed my mindset. If I can see those girls making over $10,000 a month, then why not me? You know, what's the difference? Like, why not me? So that's what changed for me in a year. I recommend that you surround yourself with people that are where you want to be. Like, this Zoom is great for that, right? Like, sometimes if you are a Ruby, you feel intimidated hanging out with like double diamonds, triple diamonds, probably you're afraid. Reach out to them. Like, I made it a point to join. Margarita has a group of the top 10 Latina earners. Like, I was a double, and I asked her if I can join that group. I wasn't even making like close to what they were making. And I asked her if I can join that. You know, I started surrounding myself. Like, what are they talking about? What are they saying? I want to hear their conversations. When I traveled to Vegas, I don't know if you guys know who Eliana Rodriguez is, but she's like one of the top Latina earners. I asked her if I can go to her house. I'll bring her coffee. I'll buy her whatever. I just want to see how she thinks, like what she does in her everyday life. So surround yourself with the people where you want to be. Don't be intimidated by them. Like, become friends with them. If you go to One Team, One Missions, go up to them, make friends with them. Like, that's how you're going to start seeing yourself as them. And that's what happened to me in this last year. Just my mindset changed. I started to see myself where they were. And now my why is just bigger. And I think when you start being on that mindset, that's when you start attracting the right players into your team. I remember for the first year and a half, I am such a red. So I complain like, oh, where are my runners? I need to fill these boxes. I need to fill these people. They don't want it. They don't want it. What's going on? What's going on? Like, all I talked about was complain. But when my mindset changed and I was like, it's up to me. This is my chart. If I need to fill everybody until I find my runners, then I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes, because my goal is to be at home with my baby when my baby is born. It's up to me. And I feel like when I started putting my focus in that, that's when the runners came in. Like, I signed a girl 4 months ago who went double diamond in 4 months on her own. And she did it all through rap parties. And that was somebody that I just met. It was a coincidence. And I feel like I attracted her into my team because I was so focused to where I was going, what I wanted. I kept praising the people who were doing great. I kept being grateful for the team that I did have running. And that changed everything for me. So very important to surround yourself with the people to, like, who do you want to be? If you want to be, I don't know, around Desiree or Lauren, whoever is here, start surrounding yourself with people like that. Like, don't feel. And sometimes people think, oh, presidential. I always say presidentials, the ranks are just mindset. There is no difference between you or me. There's no difference between like a Ruby or a triple. It's just a mindset. Sometimes we don't feel worthy of being triples. We don't feel worthy of being presidentials. Like, I don't even know why. Like, people ask me, oh, but how did you get it? What do you mean? Like, it's like the same thing. it's the same thing, right? Like there's nothing different between you and me. So if I can get there, if any of us can get here, you can get here as well. So if you feel like you're struggling with your mindset, or you're like, I cannot see myself as a presidential, I cannot, maybe you're a diamond and you're like, I cannot see myself having $80,000 in volume. I don't even know how those girls do it. Then you know that you need to work in your personal development. Personal development books, videos, surround yourself. Like I listen to 3 to 4 audiobooks every month. I'm driving with a personal development audiobook. I'm like doing power hours. Like I don't even listen to music, nothing. I don't have time. I need to grow my mind. Like presidential is nothing for me. You know, I'm going ambassador. Like you have to start thinking and seeing yourself like that. And if you have to be honest with yourself, if you don't see yourself like that, then invest in personal development and hang out with people who are where you want to be. And you might feel a little awkward at the beginning. You might feel like you don't belong there. But as you start talking to them, you're going to realize that they're real people. They're not some goddesses that like the volume is dropping on them like as something. They're just real people like you and me. So I know you probably wanted to hear some like gold, but you know, that's the like the basics of it all. Like once you see yourself as a presidential diamond, like once you know your why, the how is gonna rebuild itself. You're gonna sign people, you're gonna attract your runners. Like I am very big on wrap parties. I haven't listened to a lot of people talking about wrap parties, but I am very big on launching all my new distributors. I launch all my new distributors in person. I ask them to invite 3 to 5 people. And I say, you know, we're just going to practice. And I launch my new distributors. I launch my new distributors, and then I teach my distributors to do the same. We all launch our new distributors in person. So our goal is to launch at least 90% of our distributors in person. Now, most of my team is local. I understand your team might not be local, but most of my team is local. I've driven to wrap parties 4-5 hours away. I've driven to wrap parties that were 4 hours from me. I don't care. I drive anywhere because I feel like what you can do in one wrap party can take you sometimes weeks in social media. So don't take away wrap parties. Don't take away that one-on-one interaction with people. Like I had wrap parties where I signed 7 distributors, 6 customers. I don't do that on a regular day in social media. It doesn't matter how many customers or distributors I message. So don't take away wrap parties. That's another huge thing for me. I'm very big on meeting my team in person. We try to meet at least once a month, my key leaders. We go to lunch together. We get to know each other. Like I want to make sure that we are together as a family, and that I start with my distributors since the very beginning when I launch them. I get to know what their why is, how their family is. So I feel like that's something that has allowed us to grow really like strongly and like really like triple our volume almost in the last year. So that would be my advice.
Love it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, congratulations on your bundle of joy coming. That is such a blessing, you guys. And one thing I always think about too is y'all, someone told her about this business, and then look at all the blessings it's brought her in her life. Stay-at-home mom, she's able to have all those infertility treatments. That person, your Marcella, is out there. You guys, like, there is somebody out there that they're waiting on you to post, to message them, to go to a wrap party and them show up to, for you to hand over a Blitz card or tell about the business. That person, somebody's out there, and they're just waiting on you to tell them about it, and they're going to be your rock star. So just keep that in mind too. I love it. Meredith, are you on here? We've only got 2 more, you guys. I know this is going long, but I didn't give any time limits. I just told people to get on here and share their hearts. So we've got 2. You do not want to miss these last 2. Meredith, are you on here? Unmute yourself if you are. A few more seconds. Are you on here, girl? No. Okay. So I guess we'll just go to the last person. So you guys, super excited about her hopping on here with us tonight. So we've got an Ambassador Diamond, and she's on her 2.0 presidential, like mind blown. But thank you so much, Jocelyn, for agreeing to hop on here and give us all of your amazing tips and close us out strong. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I got a cranky babe, so hopefully she's not too bad. Okay, I just have a couple thoughts. I wanted to share with you a story that's in the Bible in Matthew. It's one that I just discovered the past like week or two. It's one of those where you read through it and sometimes you go back and you're like, wait, what did I just read? I kind of like read through it and I was like, holy cow, there is gold in here, and we just have been skipping over it, not realizing. So it's St. Matthew chapter 21, and then it's verses 18 through 22. And Jesus is traveling back into a different city, and it says, now in the morning as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon is the fig tree withered away? Jesus answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith, doubt not, ye shall, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. I really love this scripture, and I think it summarizes everything that we are talking about tonight as we are pushing for these big promotions, whether you're working on Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, above. Know that it is absolutely possible. Just like he, made the fig tree wither away with his words, we have that same power with our own words and what we are saying. And just like he says, if you say to that mountain to be moved, it shall be done. But there's a couple things that he mentioned that you have to do for this to happen. The first is you have to have faith. You have to have faith that it can happen. And then the second thing is you doubt not. You don't want to have any sort of doubt in our minds. Like we heard so many people had that happen last month, where they had the fleeing thought of doubt in their mind. Get rid of it, because that doubt holds you back. And if you have that doubt, just kind of like if you were walking on water with Jesus, as soon as that doubt gets into your mind, you start sinking. You have to have no doubt to stay on top of that water. Matthew chapter 21, and then it's verses 18 to 22. And then at the end, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. So I kind of wanted to just end it on that and just remind you guys to leave no stone unturned. Hold on, let me pick her up. So with that, you're going to have to get to that point where you have to make the decision that I am willing to do whatever it takes to make this happen. What does whatever it takes look like? What are you willing to do? And it's really getting vulnerable and realizing that you leave no stone unturned. I like to call these fleeing thoughts that we get, maybe they're from the spirit, or maybe somebody puts it into our mind for a reason. But take those little butterflies that you get, those little fleeing thoughts that, as soon as you think it, you're like, man, I should do that. Start doing it, because when you leave no stone unturned, one of those things, you're going to turn over that stone and it's going to be $1 million, right? You never know what that thing is that's going to work. I'll never forget the month I went ambassador in 2016. I had one of those thoughts. I was like, what if I could just get other people to post for me, and I could get them to post? And that was the beginning of Post to Post. Like, it was just one of those things. And nobody, we didn't pick up on it really to do it all across the board until a couple years later. So those thoughts that you get, leave them. Don't just do them, because those are the things, if you're willing to do them, that'll get you to where you want to go. I think that was my last thought that I wanted to go with. But once again, have that faith, don't doubt, and just know that it wouldn't be put in your heart if it wasn't for a reason. Is there anything else I should add? I think it's pretty good. I think we've had so many gold nuggets. If I could leave you with anything, just know that promotions happen in God's timing. And if you don't make it, it's for a reason, and you're going to find out what that reason is, just like so many people shared what that reason was for them. So keep working and keep pushing. Don't be one of those people that gives up, because that's letting that doubt in. Have faith and no doubt, and then pray, and then do the work.
Yes, I love it. You guys, I mean, I don't know what else could be shared with you. I don't know how any of you are going to sleep tonight. I'm not sleeping. I'm staying up all night long. I've got so many stones that I need to make sure I do not leave unturned. I'm so ready, you guys. We've got scriptures. We've got digging in and figuring out a brand new why. We've got it, you guys. We've got everything that we need. And I am so excited that so many of you are promoting. Like, I just always stop and think, what am I even going to think whenever I see on May 1st that, you know, that I see diamond, or I see ruby, or I see presidential? Like, how's that going to feel? And feel that way for a second and breathe it in and open your eyes and get to work and watch it happen. You guys, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, all the speakers that spoke tonight. Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much for offering to do this. We've got the recording, and I will share it with you guys. So thank you so much for hopping on here. And I would say good night, but the night's just starting for all of us because we're promoting. So I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll send over the recording. Y'all have a good night. Bye.